side. And the pits, they look pretty nifty here tonight. Of course, 2 of the 5 divisions that are going to be in action during the Four Crown Nationals presented by NK Telco. Of course, tomorrow, Kubota High Limits as well as the Great Lakes Super Sprints join the party, along with USAC Silver Crown Champ Car Series. And of course, that all leads up to Saturday as everybody makes their way into the grandstands and onto the racetrack. Just about ready to go into our engine heat and dirt draft hot laps. And let's go ahead and set the stage for tonight to sit it down to drink your.
Thank you so much, Brian. And boy, is this the perfect weekend if you're an open wheel fan on the dirt side of things. 5 great series will grace the clay here at the Eldora Speedway for the Four Crown Nationals presented by NK Telco. You mentioned the 2 USAC divisions in town tonight. Let's run through that side of things when it comes to the program. As you said, Brian, engine heat out on the Speedway right now. From there, we go into your USAC Sprint Car Dirt Draft Hot Laps. After that, it will be Honest Abe Roofing qualifying for the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Championship. From there, we turn our focus to the NOS Energy Drink USAC National Midget Championship, as they will also have their Dirt Draft Hot Laps in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. With a lot of cars in the pit area when it comes to the sprint car side of things. We'll have 4 heat races, top 5 advance into the feature event, 6th on back to our Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts semi-feature. Then it will be the heat races for the USAC National Midgets. All cars will make it into the main event out of those heat races, but you're still going to want to finish inside that all-important top 6 to make that invert. First feature on the docket tonight will be for the NOS Energy Drink USAC National Midget Championship, and then after that, it will be the finale of night number 1 of the Four Crown Nationals presented by NK Telco with your Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Championship feature event. Talking about the sprint cars, let's take a look at their season standings. And no surprise, if you've been following USAC all season long, Kyle Cummins holds yet another strong advantage heading into another round with the USAC National Sprint Cars. He leads the field in with 2,568 points. Mitchell Mole's a long ways back in second, as he is 245 behind. Then it's Logan Seavey, Justin Grant, Kevin Thomas Jr., your top 5. Briggs Danner, CJ Leary, Jake Swanson, Cale Drake, more on him in a second, and Robert Ballou rounding out the top 10. And you heard me mention Cale Drake, of course, comes into the weekend 9th in USAC National Sprint Car points, but expect that to change not over the course of the weekend, but the rest of the season, as was announced just yesterday that Cale Drake and 2B Racing have parted ways, a partnership that has lasted just a tick over a year, announced yesterday that it was coming to an end. The 2B car is here with different driver Mario Klauser, and talking to Mario, sounds like this, at least for this weekend, is going to be the only deal that they have. They'll reassess their plans after Four Crown Nationals weekend here at Eldora and go from there on how they want to approach the rest of the season with the USAC National Sprint Cars. And of course, as we talked about the midgets on hand as well, let's take a look at their point standings. Kanan McIntosh currently out front in search of his first USAC National Midget title with 1,055 points to his season so far. Justin Grant just 39 behind. And remember, there's still a lot of racing left to go with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midgets. Jacob Denny is 3rd. He's 86 behind Cale Drake. Of course, in that KKM, 97K is currently 4th in season standings. Kevin Thomas Jr. rounding out your top 5. He's 110 points off your leader, McIntosh. And it's Gavin Miller, Steven Snyder Jr., Drake Edwards, Logan Seavey, and Gunnar Setzer. And you heard us talk about Gavin Miller, of course, comes into the week in 6th in USAC National Midget points. And boy, has the Allentown, Pennsylvania driver been on a tear, not only with USAC, but with Extreme as well. But if you look at the USAC side of things, coming in at Eldora, he's won the last 2 races. If you look at the scope of the last 4 races, he's won 3 out of 4. And the reason I bring this up, not just because he's on a fantastic run at the moment, but he's had speed over the years here at Eldora. You look back to 2023 on Saturday, he was 4th, and last year he was 10th at the finale here at the Big E. I think Gavin Miller could go 3 in a row and 4 of the last 5 here, especially starting tonight here at the Big E. He's always been good on the prelim nights as well. Look out for the Allentown, Pennsylvania driver. Also wanted to make a quick note before we wrap up our pre-race show here on FloRacing. Keep your eye on Dason Persley all weekend here at the Big E. He is going to run all 5 divisions, so that's all 3 USAC National Divisions, Kubota High Limit Racing, and the Great Lakes Super Sprints as well. And if he's able to lock it into every feature by weekend's end, that is 8 feature races for Dason Persley by Saturday night. It's going to be fun to see how he does in all 5 race cars this weekend here at the Big E, as we're getting just now, getting the party started here at the Four Crown Nationals presented by NK Telco. Don't go anywhere. More racing action from the Big E up next here on FloRacing.
Welcome back to the broadcast here on FloRacing. Night number 1 of Four Crown Nationals presented by NK Telco. And again, if you're just joining us on the FloRacing broadcast, it is an all USAC affair here. The USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship in conjunction with the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Engine heat in the books. We got cars starting to roll into the staging lane. And it has been almost Chamber of Commerce weather here today. The sun is shining. It's an absolutely beautiful evening. Going to cool down quite nicely here. Currently sitting at 86 degrees, calm winds about 6 miles an hour, and clear skies here in the Rossburg, Ohio Oval. Cars starting to make their way into the staging lanes. We want to ask you a question. Why choose Amsoil lubricants? Well, 3 reasons: power, performance, and protection. They design specialized lubricants engineered for what you drive and how you drive. Visit Amsoil.com to learn more. Of course, Amsoil, the title sponsor of the National Sprint Car Series of the United States Auto Club. Fire up, fuel up, and never look back with NOS Energy. It's human horsepower. Try one today. Follow them on social media at NOS Energy Drink. Throughout the 2025 season, remember, you can be part of the action with a chance to win with Play USAC, offering you, the fans, ways to put money on your favorite drivers with top sports books and daily fantasy providers offering odds and exclusive sign-up offers for USAC racing fans. There's never been a better time to give it a try. Go to nxtbets.com/Play USAC, or here on the broadcast, you can scan the QR code or the screen overlooking turn number 2 to find out what's available in your state. Void where prohibited. Must be 21 years or older to participate. Please play responsibly and fight back against addiction at 1-800-GAMBLER. Cars making their way into the staging. Let's check in with Drake York.
Well, we talked about Gavin Miller in our pre-race show, how he's been on a tear, winner of 3 out of the last 4 NOS Energy Drink USAC National Midget Championship races, and he's always had good speed here at the Big E. But Gavin, you walked into the year and actually went through most of the year with just 1 USAC National win, and all of a sudden you rip a few off like that. Where did that big burst of momentum and speed come from for you in the 97 gang lately?
I think it's just working well with my crew chief, Bo. Just communication's the biggest thing, and yeah, I'm feeling comfortable right now, and I just hope to, continue the momentum going into this weekend.
And he's always had lots of momentum, and he'll have even more momentum if his teammate Ken McIntosh stops photobombing. Once again, that's Gavin Miller, always a threat here with the NOS Energy Drink USAC National Midget Championship.
Indeed, Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 1 beginning to make its way out to the Speedway. If you have not set your lineup with Dirt Draft, there is still time. Start your league, play against your friends, family, your neighbor, even the guy over in turn 2 that says, I know everything about USAC, and see if you can prove him wrong. Make sure to download the Dirt Draft app. If you are new, use referral code USAC when signing up to get a $20 digital gift card to purchase at usacgear.com. Drivers out to the Speedway. We're looking at Mitchell Moles right now, the driver to Raisin City, California, driving the Reinbold Underwood Motorsports AME Electrical 19AZ. Driver making his way into turns 1 and 2 at the moment. Looking over onto the back straightaway, Jake Swanson out of Anaheim, California, the Inland Braking Snake Enterprises, One-Way DRC Chassis, Doughboys LLC, JST Shock Technologies, number 5T, making his way off towards turns 3 and 4. Pair of 33 cars here this weekend. Looking at the 33M right now. The driver to Forest, Ohio. The Ray Marshall Motorsports, Buckeye Machine Fabricators, Gressman DRC number 33M. That is Derek Hastings. Derek Hastings in the number 33M. Driver to Double Louisiana. The Hartley Brothers Farms, Wilkerson Crane Rentals. Schaefer's Collision, Dusty Moon Veterinary Services, Jockey's Flowers, number 71P. This is Shelby Hinton. Shelby Hinton in the number 71P. The 4K rolling around to the front straightaway. That's Kayla Rell. She's out of Dillsboro, Indiana. Piloting the Southern Insurance, Donna Powered, Spike Chassis, Clark's Home Services, Industrial Hydraulics Incorporated, and Next Gen Builders, number 4K. Out of Sutter, California, the Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Drop Light, Indy Power Sports, Advocates Racing, Forecheck Marketing, Stanton DRC number 57. This is Logan Seavey just past the flag, standing at Seavey in the 57. Cars will begin to get wound up here for Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 1. Nate Carley behind the wheel of the Fish Esser Owen Racing number 4J this weekend. The driver to West Harrison, Indiana. The Impressive Creations, the Sailor Pork Bunch number 4J. As we go to green in Dirt Draft Hot Lap Session number 1 of 5. Mike Hagenbottom also on track in the 51 out of Levittown, Pennsylvania. The Tim Hoagie Construction at DMY Performance, Maxim Chassis, PC Powder Coating number 51. Planning on running a couple of different divisions throughout the course of the weekend. That car actually has an ASCS Legal 360 beneath the bonnet, so you can expect him to be in action tomorrow with the Great Lakes Super Sprints. live timing and scoring available on 2 different platforms this evening. You can find it on Race Monitor, which is where you'll normally find the United States Auto Club, and also being at Eldora Speedway this weekend, we are on My Race Pass, so you can find us on My Race Pass or on Race Monitor. Lap times continuing to quicken here. Lap number 1 at 18.5. Latest time by a 17:09 for Jake Swanson, who's currently the quickest driver on track, as the checker flag going to come out here for Dirt Draft Hot Lap session at number 1. Who holds the track record, you ask? Jerry Coons Jr., established September of 2006, 14.712, 122.349 average miles per hour for the Arizona racer. Jake Swanson in the 5, the quickest driver on track right now. First driver into the 16-second bracket, a 16.735. Logan Seavey, a 17.131. And Nate Carley, a 17.448. Shelby Hinton, a 17.528. And Kayla Rail, 5th quick at 17.596. Second group of cars making their way out to the Speedway for Dirt Draft Hot Laps, and we're looking at Gunnar Setzer on the back straightaway, driving the Midwest 2 Mill Superior Ag Stanton Flea RC chassis. Davis Brothers number 5G, the driver to Columbus, Indiana. He'll make his way over towards turns 3 and 4. Looking to the 23, that is Bryce Dews. Driving the Napa Bryan, Ohio, Donna DRC chassis, O'Reilly Machine Tool Services. Arrowhead Golf Club number 23D. Makes his way up the exit of turn number 4. The 06 machine, that's Rylan Gray. Gray coming to us out of Greenfield, Indiana, driving the Kaiser Wheels, Claxton DRC chassis, Ace Corporation, Bidding Enterprises, Great Auto 06. He'll make his way over to the exit of turn number 2. And the 39 on track, that is Briggs Danner out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. The Schneider & Sons Recycling Rider DRC chassis, Davis Brothers Apache Transport, number 39. Another 23 machine on track. Max Adams with the S on the tail tank out of Loomis, California. Driving the Simon Racing Hot and Iron Concrete Claxton DRC chassis number 23S. Moose Racing number 92. Chase Stockton at Fort Branch, Indiana. The Brown Brothers Excavating Daywig Meats Kissler DRC chassis SNC machine number 92. 35 career starts with the USAC Amsoil Sprinter National Championship here at Eldora Speedway for that driver. The 83C, the driver all the way from Snohomish, Washington, driving the Summers Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling FT3 Power DRC chassis. Race Redeem Foundation, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Cards, CSI Z-Max number 83C. That is Chance Crum. Chance Crum in the 83. Eric Gentry at Robards, Kentucky, the G-Nick Construction Engler, Chalk 6 DRC number 10. Makes his way around to the front straightaway. So again, if you're just joining us here on the FloRacing broadcast, Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2 on the Speedway. In Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1, it was Jake Swanson who was quickest at a 16.735. As the wave of the green flag, the field to get wound up. We're underway. Smoke coming off of Bryce Dews, number 23, as he made his way into turns 1 and 2. The smoke going to clear a little bit here as they work onto the back straightway. And looks like subsiding as he makes his way into turns 3 and 4. As I say that, just a little bit of puff coming off of the headers, not out of the headers. A little bit of oil spilling down onto the exhaust of the number 23. New driver at the top of the boards, it's Gunnar Setzer in the 5, a 16.327. Rylan Gray, second quick overall right now, a 16.482, a 16.487 from Briggs Danner. Chance Crum, a 16.537, and Chase Stockton, fifth quick at a 16.630. Swanson, Adams, Seavey, Gentry, and Carley currently make up the top 10. Sunoco is the official race fuel of USAC Racing. As the world's largest manufacturer of racing fuels, Sunoco has been the standard of motorsports for over 50 years. Known for innovation, consistency, and high performance, Sunoco Fuels has been the choice of racers in virtually every form of motorsport, from grassroots tracks to premier international series. Committed to supporting the racing community, Sunoco powers champions and fuels unforgettable moments at the track. Next group of cars out to the Speedway, Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3. Getting a look at Stevie Sussex out of Tempe, Arizona. The Lifestyle Hall is Michael Dutcher Motorsports, Parallax Group, MPV Express, Big Rig Repair Services of Indiana. Number 17 GP rolling his way down the front straightaway. Driver in 20, he's out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Concord American Flagpole, Macri Concrete, Rider XXX, Jim Weed, Hefner Enterprises number 20. That is the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Brady Bacon in the 20. Dason Persley out of Lucas Grove, Oklahoma. The Avante Windows endorsed, PristineAuction.com, NOS Energy, Stanton Spike chassis number 86. Good run last night down at the Berg. In the number 13 machine, of course, picked up his first career victory with the Kubota High Limit Series during the Commonwealth Clash back on September 13th. The 24M, Hunter Maddox out of Bedford, Indiana. The TJD Roofing and Exteriors, Baker Corp Logistics, Cummings DRC chassis number 24M. Makes his way onto the back straightaway and into turns 3 and 4. The 28 machine, good to see him back in action at Terre Haute, Indiana. The Maddox Heating and Cooling, Pro Source, Gressman DRC chassis number 28. That is Brandon Maddox. Brandon Maddox in the number 28, a vicious flip. When we made our way to Lucas Oil Speedway, and at one point had to go get checked out, make sure everything was good throughout his neck and all the way up into his spine and his skull to make sure everything was good. There were no injuries. Said he did have quite a bit of neck pain, but actually pulled the muscles in the back of his head that actually go down into his neck. So luckily everything A-OK, and within 24 hours they went from no race car to the race car you see on track. The 86S on track, that is Keith Sheffer II out of Jerome, Michigan, in the Grand River Brewery Claxton DRC number 86. As cars will get wound up, Brian Ruhlman in Park Lake, Michigan, Ruhlman Engineering, Ted Brown Quality Paint and Body, Don on Max number 49 is work green in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3. Checkered flag flying here on Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3. Brady Bacon going to the top of the charts. And the Chris Dyson Racing number 20, of course, winner of the most recent USAC National event here at the Eldora Speedway during Let's Race 2. Weather taking that to more Let's Race 1, unfortunately. Dason Persley second quick right now at a 16.166. Brady a 15-second lap, 15.892. Hayden Reinbold is third quick at a 16.186. Gunnar Setzer at a 16.327. And Hunter Maddox at a 16.356. Ruhlman, Gray, Danner, Crum, and Sheffer currently make up the top 10. Next group of cars out to the Speedway, getting a look at Carson Garrett at Littleton, Colorado. Drive the Working Distributors, Busch Light, one-way DRC chassis. Dave meets K&K Excavating number 15. The 4 is Justin Grant of Ione, California. The NOS Energy Drink, MPV Logistics, Kistler Maxim entry, making his way off into turn number 1. Saban Bybin also on track at Cincinnati, Ohio. The Epoxy Systems International, Glenn Farr's Bybin Landscaping, J&D Chevrolet and XXX chassis, number 98. Matt Goodnight at Winchester, Indiana, joining us here this evening. The Lumber and Things, Palo Builders, Claxon DRC, Patriot Distributors, Vivid Chemical Company, number 39G. Making his way over onto the back straightaway, the 21B, Ryan Barr, at Piqua, Ohio, driver the Medway Tools, Claxon DRC Chassis, Connect, Barr Family Racing, number 21. Kevin Thomas Jr. also on track at Coleman, Alabama, driving the Inferno Armor, Majestic Electric, Stanton Machua Chassis, Rocksteady Racing, Lucas Oil Center, number 3. Braxton Cummings out of Bedford, Indiana, the DR Excavating, Lucky 7 Technologies, Kindred Spirits, Provision, Terry Cummings Power, DRC Chassis, number 71B, making his way just past the gate on the back straightaway over into turns 3 and 4. Rob Cahoe Jr. at Arrest City, Minnesota, the Whitman Roofing, Justice Brothers, TCB Speed, number 78, on the front straightaway, making his way into turn number 1. Cookout presents always fresh, never frozen burgers, barbecue, and hot dogs, all cooked fresh every day. And get this, over 40 different flavors of shakes, all prepared fresh and made by hand every day. It's all yours to find a Cookout location near you. Visit cookout.com. Crews going to work on the Michael Dutcher Motorsports entry as we go to green here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 4. Brady Bacon remains the quickest driver on track. Quickest driver in this group, though, was Kevin Thomas Jr. to 15:9:59.067 seconds. Off of the pace of Brady Bacon at the 15:8:92. Justin Grant, third quick. Dason Pursley, Hayden Reinbold, Gunnar Setzer, Carson Garrett, Ryan Barr, Hunter Maddox, and Saban Bynum at the top 10. Brian Ruhlman, Rylan Gray, Briggs Danner, Chance Crum, and Keith Shepard II make it the top 15. Racing Electronics has over 30 years of experience, and they serve every major form of auto racing. Don't forget to bring your scanner the next time you're at a USAC National event, as all of our broadcast audio is available at frequency 454.5000. To learn more, you can shop online at racingelectronics.com or call them at 1-800-272-7111. Racing Electronics, the official two-way communication provider of the United States Auto Club. Final group of cars out to the Speedway for the USAC Amsoil Sprinter National Championship. Jay Steinebach out of Hudsonville, Michigan, driver the pit stop merchandise. Steinebach built DRC Tommy's Express Car Wash, number 10S, making his way down the front straightaway. The 21AZ, that is CJ Leary out of Greenfield, Indiana, driver the Curb Records, Kodiak Products, Team Arizona, Quebec Racing, number 21. The driver in 3 who currently leads the USAC National Championship standings is Kyle Cummins out of Princeton, Indiana, driver the Avante Windows Doors, Premier Recycling, Petty Performance Racing, Stanton Machua Chassis, number 3P, making his way over to turn number 3. The 2DI out of Lima, Ohio, driver the Gross & Sons Custom Millworks, DRC, MPD, Lynn Cook, High Side Design, number 2DI, that is Dustin Engel in the number 2. Mike Miller joining us in Wapakoneta, Ohio, driver the Ray Marshall Motorsports, Buckeye Machine Fabricators, Wicks Filters, All-Star Performance, Ray Marshall Motorsports number 33, the second car from Ray Marshall Motorsports on the card. Of course, Derek Hastings, who we saw in our opening flight of Dirt Draft Hot Laps in the 33M. As mentioned earlier, driver change behind the wheel of the 2B Racing, Pendleton Farms, Bennick Enterprises number 2B out of Auburn, Illinois. This weekend, it is Mario Speedwagon, Mario Klauser in the number 2B. Matt Westfall out of Pleasant Hill, Ohio, the MW Fabricating, Gressman, DRC Chassis, Border Welding, Lake City Bowl, Heitmeyer Concrete, number 54, making his way down the front straightaway. Corbin Hayslett in the 1 in Troy, Ohio, the Evolution Coatings and Automotive Myers, DRC, Ideal Auto Sales. Number 1H going to come to speed as the green flag flies in your final flight of Dirt Draft Hot Laps. CJ Leary going to the top of the boards at a 15.712. Kyle Cummins second quick at a 15.730. Brady Bacon ends up third quick at a 15.892. Kevin Thomas Jr. 15.959. And Justin Grand, your top five in Dirt Draft Hot Laps at a 16.027. CarIQ has created a payment solution aimed at fleets that allows cars and trucks to connect to gas pumps to pay for fuel without the need of a fuel card or a credit card. CarIQ Payment Solutions, CarIQ Pay replaces fleet card products and protects against fraud while significantly reducing back office vehicle reconciliation. Learn more at gocariq.com today. Hoosier Racing Tires' mission is to be the dominant customer-driven provider of racing tires to teams domestically and internationally. Their existence and continued success are dependent upon how well they meet their responsibilities to serve their customers by providing safe, quality products to amateur and professional motorsports teams. For more information on the tires designed for champions, go online to HoosierTire.com. Crews coming out to lay some stripes into the concrete here before we get into Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. As they differentiate the wall from the racing surface, let's check in with Drake York.
Well, Brian, the 10S of Jay Steinbach pulled off the Speedway there during our Dirt Draft Hot Laps, and Jay was quick to jump out of that race car once he got back to the pit. You can get a look here on FloRacing of them working on the rear end on that cable that basically keeps the car in gear. Jay told me it came out of gear, and you can see him paying a lot of attention to that one component on the rear end. Still unclear if they'll make it back out for Honest Abe Roofing qualifying here in just a little while.
Cars starting to make their way into the staging lanes. Honest Abe Roofing, America's reliable roofer, will present the Fast Qualifying Award for all three USAC national divisions throughout the 2025 season. Honest Abe has been installing, repairing, and maintaining residential roofs since 2005, and they want to give you the perfect roof to protect your home and keep you comfortable. Honest Abe provides the fastest service in the roofing industry, and they're supported the fastest driver in qualifications. Visit honestaberoofing.com today to schedule your free roof inspection. $150 from Honest Abe, and also Rosewood Machine and Tooling, putting up an extra $100 to our quick qualifiers here this weekend. As they lay some stripes on the wall, we're going to step away here on the FloRacing broadcast. We'll be back to night number one of Four Crown, presented by NK Telco. Welcome back to the broadcast here on FloRacing. Just about ready to go into Honest Abe Roofing qualifying for the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. The official one-lap track record, again held by Jerry Coons Jr., established in September 2006. A 14.712 second lap, 122.349 average miles per hour. As cars will begin to push here, we'll have 3 out to the track at a time. To qualify, they'll get 2 laps in order to establish their qualifying time, the quicker of the 2. Counting towards their qualifying effort, they will be green the first time by the flag stand, and the first 3 drivers making their way out to the Speedway include Shelby Hinton out of Beverly, Louisiana, driven the Harley Brothers Farms, Fox Power, DRC Chassis, Jockish Flowers, Dusty Moon Veterinary Services, number 71P, joined by the 33M of Derek Hastings out of Forest, Ohio, the Ray Marshall Motorsports, Cressman DRC Chassis, number 33M, and the 3rd car on track is Kayla Rell out of Dillsboro, Indiana, the Southern Insurance, Blood Lubricants Next Gen Builders, Donna Powered Spike Chassis, number 4K. Hinton coming around, a 16.772. Hastings going to be a 17.355. And Kayla Rell going quick time at a 16.517. 16517 seconds. Kayla Rell will set the mark. 1 career start here at Eldora. Back in the month of May, she ran 22nd during Let's Race 2. As Hinton comes around, lap number 2 slower. Derek Hastings better on time, not position on his second time by. And Kayla Rell also going to be slower on her second lap. Lap number 1, a 16.517. will be her best attempt. Kayla Rell sets the mark here at Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Next 3 drivers pulling out to the Speedway include Mitchell Moles out of Raisin City, California, driving the AME Electrical, Massive Transportation, Kaiser, Reinbold, Underwood Motorsports, number 19. He'll be joined by the 5, Jake Swanson at Anaheim, California. The Inland Reggae State Enterprises one-way DRC chassis number 5T, as well as the 4J of Nate Carley at West Harrison, Indiana. The Impressive Creations Westerfeld Power DRC chassis number 4J. Mitchell Moles coming around, quick time, 16.206. Swanson coming around, he'll take it, quick time with a 15.878. Swanson, 15.878 seconds going to the top of the boards here. The 4J and Nate Carley coming around 4th quick at a 16.626. Mitchell Moles, second time by, better on time, not position. Swanson, slower second time by. He'll stand on his opening lap, which will be your quick qualifying time for the time being at a 15.878. And Nate Carley, 3rd quick, better lap number 2. He will turn a 16.391. But Jake Swanson now to the top of the boards as your Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier, 15.878. Logan Seavey pulling out to the track out of Southern California, driving the Mountain Mechanical Contractors, 80 Power Sports, Carrington Homes, CGCPA, Sport Check Marketing, Abacus Racing, number 57. He'll come around to start the clock here, joined by the 83C, a Chance Crum out of Snohomish, Washington, the Pit Logic, 83 Customs, FT3 Power, DRC Chassis, CSI Z-Max, number 83C. And the 3rd driver in the party, Mike Hagenbottom out of Levittown, Pennsylvania, driven the Tin Hoagie Customs, DMY Performance Maxim Chassis, number 51. CV coming around, lap number 1, 2nd quick at a 16 flat. Chance Crum, 6th quick at a 16.585. And Hagenbottom is 9th quick at a 17.147. See if CV finds any more speed here on lap number 2. He will cross the stripe. And he finds it. Quick time for Logan Seavey, a 15.757. Now your Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier. Chance Crum, 3rd quick, second time around at a 16.084. And Hagenbottom does pick up 1 to 8th at a 17.078. But Logan Seavey now to the top of the boards at a 15.757. Next group of drivers out to the Speedway out of Allentown, Pennsylvania, driving the E. Schneider & Sons Recycling, Ryder, DRC Chassis, Oshkosh Roasted Corn, Boulevard Truck Repair, Apache Transport, Davis Brothers, number 39. This will be Briggs Danner. Briggs Danner coming around as he will break the beam and start the clock. He'll be joined by the 23D of Bryce Dew, or excuse me, the 23S of Max Adams out of Loomis, California, driving the Simon Racing Heitmeyer Concrete entry, and the 10 out of Robards, Kentucky, the G-Nick Construction number 10 of Eric Gentry. Briggs Danner 3rd quick in his opening lap at a 15.922. Max Adams 6th quick at a 16.358. And Gentry 12th quick at a 17.229. Jason Logan Seavey at a 15.757. Second time around for Danner. Better 2nd quick at a 15.789.032 seconds off of the pace set by Logan Seavey. Max Adams better on time, still 6th quick on lap number 2. And Gentry slower second time around, a 17.389. So Briggs Danner Second quick in the 39 at a 15.789. Logan Seavey still at the top at a 15.757. Gunnar Setzer out to the Speedway out of Columbus, Indiana, driving the Superior Ag, Midwest 2 Mill, Stanton Flea RC, Chrome Dome, S&C Machine King Racing Products number 5G. He'll come around to start the stopwatch. And he's joined by the Moose Racing, Brown Brothers Excavating, Kistler DRC number 92 at Fort Branch, Indiana. That is Chase Stockin. Now we'll have the 23D at Bryce Dews on track. The Ohio Racer and the LT Siding Windows and Doors, Arrowhead Golf Club, the Booker Restaurant at number 23D. Gunnar Setzer 6 quick at lap number 1, 16.204. Chase Stockin 4th quick at a 16.065. And Dews coming around on his opening lap, 12th quick at a 16.797. Checking the 5G around to the front straightaway. Does he improve? He does improve on his time. 7th quick for Gunnar Setzer. And Stockin slower second time around, a 16.065 on lap number 1. Currently 4th quick. And Bryce Dews also going to be slower second time by, 12th quick. He'll stand on his opening lap, a 16.797. Next 3 cars pulling out to the racing surface will include Hayden Reinbold. He's out of Gilbert, Arizona, driving the AME Electrical Levante Windows Doors Indy Race Parts number 19. Joined by the 06 of Rylan Gray, the driver to Greenfield, Indiana, driving the Kaiser Claxon DRC Bannick Enterprises, Gray Auto number 06. And the 28, Brandon Maddox out of Terre Haute, Indiana, the Maddox Heating and Cooling Pro Source Crestman DRC Hill Construction Pure Max Racing Oil number 28. Onto the front straightway, a little sideways there. Reinbold, 10th quick in his opening lap at a 16.439. Maddox, a 16.689. And Rylan Gray goes 5th quick at a 16.081. So Rylan Gray, the quickest of the 3 on track right now, currently sitting at 5th on the boards as the Avante Windows and Doors number 19 comes around and improves to 9th quick. Brandon Maddox, second time by, a little bit slower, and Rylan Gray also going to go slower second time by. He'll stand on his opening lap again, a 16.081. So the 5 quickest drivers so far: Logan Seavey at 15.757, Briggs Danner at 15.789, Jake Swanson at 15.878, Chase Stockin at 16.065, and Rylan Gray 16.081. Last trip to Eldora with the USAC Gainesville Sprint Car National Championship resulted in victory for the driver who just crossed the stripe. Out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the Concord American flagpole, Macri Concrete Rider, Triple X Chris Dyson Racing 20. That is the Macho Man, Brady Bacon. Joined on track by the driver out of Tempe, Arizona. That's Stevie Sussex in the Michael Dutcher Motorsports Lifestyle Homes Parallax number 17 GP. And the 86S Sheffer out of Jerome, Michigan. Keith Sheffer II in the Grand River Brewery entry. Lap number 1 for Brady Bacon was 4th quick at a 15.989. Sheffer 11th quick on his opening lap at a 16.308. Bacon pedaling hard onto the front straightway, second time by. Better on time, not position. 4th quick at a 15.958. Keith Sheffer, his second time by, will be better, 11th quick at a 16.265. Stevie Sussex in the 17 GP, lap number 1 for him was a 16.562. As the next 3 cars pull out to the Speedway, we'll find the Avante Windows and Doors of PristineAuction.com, NOS Energy number 86. At Lucas Grove, Oklahoma, that is Dason Pursley, joined by the 49 of Brian Ruhlman at Clark Lake, Michigan. Ruhlman Engineering, Don Maxon number 49. And Hunter Maddox at Bedford, Indiana, driving the Mega Corp Logistics Midwest Septic Services number 24M. Dason Pursley, 14th quick in his opening lap, a 16.463. Ruhlman, the 3-time Four Crown Nationals winner in the modified ranks, goes 20th quick at a 16.845. Hunter Maddox, 17th quick in his opening lap at 16.621. Pursley going to pedal around lap number 2. Big jump, 4th quick, 15.944. 15944 seconds for Dason Pursley. Ruhlman improves to 19th quick at a 16.733. Caution for the 24M smoke billowing. Out the back of that car, and crew's going to come out and do a quick check and make sure everything is A-OK. So Logan Seavey remains the quickest here in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying with a 15.757. Briggs Danner a 15.789 is second quick. Jake Swanson at a 15.878 is third quick. Dason Pursley just off of the track at a 15.944 is fourth quick. Brady Bacon is fifth quick right now at a 15.958. Chase Stockin 16.065. Rylan Gray a 16.081. Chance Crum eighth quick at a 16.084. 16.135 for Mitch Moles, and Gunnar Setzer right now at a 16.137. 24 drivers have come out to complete at least one lap in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Get $150 to be the quick qualifier from Honest Abe Roofing and Rosewood Machine and Tool, also putting up an extra $100 for every division during qualifying throughout the running of the Four Crown Nationals, presented by NK Telco. Getting a thumbs up from crews down trackside, and we'll get the cars back rolling here once again. The first driver heading back out to the Speedway is going to be out of Coleman, Alabama, driving the Inferno Armor, Majestic Electric, Stanton Mach 1 chassis, Lucas Oil Center, Eddie Gustrat Motors number 3R. This is Kevin Thomas Jr. Kevin Thomas Jr. out to the Speedway, joined by Ryan Barr to Piqua, Ohio, driving the Medway Tool Klaxon DRC Com Connect. Barr Family Racing number 21B. KTJ going to come around and start the clock. The 21 around to the front straightaway, and the third driver on track to qualify. Braxton Cummings out of Bedford, Indiana, to the DR Excavating, Terry Cummings Power, DRC, Lucky 7 Technologies, Kindred Spirit Pro Vision number 71B. Kevin Thomas Jr. third quick in his opening lap at a 15.865. First time by for Ryan Barr will be a 19th quick lap at a 16.644 and a 16.960 for Braxton Cummings, 24th quick right now. KTJ, a 13-time starter in Four Crown competition. Better, third quick, lap number 2, a 15.858. Ryan Barr, slower second time by, remains 19th. And Braxton Cummings does improve, 16th quick at a 16.461. So Kevin Thomas Jr. goes to third quick during his qualifying run with a 15.858. As your next group of cars going to make their way out to the Speedway. Justin Grant among the drivers pulling out to the racetrack at Avon, California, driving the NOS Energy Drink, MPV Logistics, Top Industries, Indy Custom Steel, Maxo Kistler powered at number 4. They'll come around to start the clock. Also going to be joined by the 39G of Matt Goodnight, driving to Winchester, Indiana, driving the Lumber and Things number 39G, and Stevie Sussex. Back onto the Speedway, only one lap registering for him during his qualifying run. Justin Grant, third quick on his opening lap at a 15.816. Matt Goodnight, a 16.713, and Sussex coming around, 19th quick. Justin Grant, second time around, better, quick time at a 15.729, 15729 seconds. Justin Grant, now your Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier. As Stevie Sussex comes around to complete his lap, a 16.293. So new driver to the top of the boards, Justin Grant. And the NOS Energy number 4 as your next three drivers pull out to the Speedway. Carson Garrett out onto the racetrack out of Littleton, Colorado. Driving the Working Distributors, Busch Light, One Way, DRC, Hornbeck Concrete, Deadwood Meats, K&K Excavating, BGE Motorsports number 15. He'll come around to start the clock, and he'll have Saban Biden chasing him. Out of Cincinnati, Ohio, the Epoxy Systems International, J&D Chevrolet, Triple X Chassis number 98. And Rob Cahoe Jr. to Rush City, Minnesota, the Whitman Roofing Justice Brothers, TCB Speed, Rob and Darcy Cahoe, number 78. Carson Garrett, 18th quick in his opening lap at the 16.420. 22nd quick for Saban Biden, 16.539. And Cahoe, a 16.840, puts him 29th currently on the grid. Carson Garrett round the bottom of turns 3 and 4, brings it out wide to the wall, improves to 13th on lap number 2 with 16.153. Saban Biden better on time, a 16.398 is 19th, and Rob Cahoe also better, 27th quick at a 16.739. So 32 drivers have officially taken time during Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Again, a field of 40 on hand here for night number 1 of the Four Crown Nationals, presented by NK Telco, as the next three drivers pull out to the Speedway. And that'll include your current USAC National Sprint Car Points leader, Kyle Cummins out of Princeton, Indiana, the Avante Eldora, Stanton Spike, Premier Recycling, Penny Performance number 3P, joined by the 10S of Jay Steinebach out of Hudsonville, Michigan, the Pit Stop Merchandise, Tommy's Express Wash number 10S, and the 2DI, Dustin Engel out of Lima, Ohio, also on track. Kyle Cummins, lap number 1, second quick at a 15.757. Steinebach at a 16.602, 24th quick for that driver. And Engel looking for an angle here. Goes 25th quick at a 16.617. The Avante winners the doors number 3P. Lap number 2. Better. Quick time. 15.704. 157.04 seconds. Cal Cummins climbs to the top of Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Steinebach coming around 24th quick. Slower second time by. And Engel likewise going to go slower 25th quick. A 16.677. A new driver at top of the boards. Cal Cummins. 15.704 seconds. So the track continuing to improve here as we work through Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. As we're down to the final handful of drivers to make their way out to the Speedway. And that'll include C.J. Leary to Greenfield, Indiana, drive the Curb Records, Kodiak Products, one-way DRC chassis number 21AZ, as well as the 54 Matt Westfall at Pleasant Hill, Ohio, the Border Welding Lake City Bowl number 54. And Corbin Hayslett also on track. Hayslett at Troy, Ohio, the Evolution Coatings and Automotive, Myers DRC number 1H. Leary coming around 6th quick in his opening lap, 15.866 seconds. Westfall 20th quick at a 16.332. And Hayslett, his first time by, going to be 21st quick at a 16.362. Leary, a 6th place finish 1 year ago, comes around. Lap number 2, better. Quick time at a 15.700. 15.7 flat. For C.J. Leary, he will go to the top of the boards. Hayslett, second time by, a little bit faster, a 16.357. But you've got a new driver at the top of your Honest Abe Roofing qualifying lap times. It is C.J. Leary, 15.70 for the driver of the number 21AZ. It's like the final 2 drivers coming out to qualify for Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. And that includes Mario Klauser of Auburn, Illinois, the Pendleton Farms, Claxon DRC, Bennick Enterprises, Honest Abe Roofing number 2B, and he is joined by the 33 of Mike Miller out of Wapakoneta, Ohio, driving the Hempy Water Wicks Filters All-Star Performance, Ray Marshall Motorsports number 33. Lap number 1 for the Speedwagon, going to come around 13th quick at a 16.085. Miller, 33rd quick in the 33 at a 16.728. Klauser hustling onto the back straightway, looking low into 3, more to the middle this time to the exit turn at number 4. See where he stops the clock. Klauser a little bit slower, still 13th at a 16.085. And Miller, his second time by, does improve on time, 33rd still for the driver of the number 33. As that'll wrap up Honest Abe Roofing qualifying for the USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship. Briggs Danner, 5th quick, 4th quick, Logan Seavey, 3rd quick, Justin Grant, 2nd quick was Kyle Cummins. And the driver on the top podium step out of Greenfield, Indiana, drove the Curb Records, Kodiak Products, Oakcraft, Elegant Cabinetry, Team Arizona, Gear Bagagini, and race number 21AZ. You see him on screen. Give him a hand, C.J. Leary. 15.700 seconds for the driver of the number 21AZ here tonight. Beating Kyle Cummins by 4 thousandths of a second, a 15.704 for the driver number 3P. Justin Grant, a 15.729. Logan Seavey, a 15.757. And Briggs Danner, 15.789 seconds. So he will make his way down into victory lane, and he's going to get a word with Christy Bennis.
C.J. Leary picking up his second Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifying Award of the 2025 season with the Amsoil USAC National Sprint Car Series. The first one coming on the half mile at Knoxville Raceway, the second one coming here at the half mile at Eldora Speedway. What is it about these bigger racetracks that seem to suit you a little bit better?
Yeah, I'm not for sure. Maybe the experience, and today we drove a 67, so I felt like our odds of going quick time was slim, but the racetrack, maybe got a little bit better in 3 and 4. We were able to shorten the corner up there, and we were making more speed. So luckily, I had Flo racing on my phone and was able to watch those guys there toward the end, kind of Diamond 1 and 2, and our car was really good in practice too, so I had a lot of confidence rolling into it. We saved this car last weekend for Eldora. They won Eldora last year with Dayson, so I think we all had a lot of confidence coming into tonight. So hats off to Curb Records and Mike and Craig and Eric, everybody that puts in time on the 21AZ. It's super appreciated. I can't thank them enough. They've made the season a dream to drive for. Just wish our results were a little bit better, but it's not from a lack of effort. We've been putting in the time, and we got qualified tonight, so there's not so much pressure on our heat race that there's been a lot of this year. So just got the first part checked off on the night, and we'll go from there.
And you mentioned having to be good all night long, and it starts with Honest A Roofing qualifying. We're running the 4-crown format a little bit different than what we've done in the past, running this full program on Thursday, and then using your feature finish tonight to seed the heat race lineups on Saturday. How much more important does it make every single part of tonight?
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, I think it makes the feature really important. You want to, run good and not crash or anything like that. So for that to lead into tomorrow, I think it's a little bit of a different strategy than normal. So without qualifying tomorrow, we'll just see how it plays out. I don't know that we've done it like this in the past, so it'll be interesting to see how it works out.
CJ Leary picking up his second Honest A Roofing Fast Qualifying Award of the 2025 season. Rosewood Machine and Tool also supporting your Honest A Roofing Fast Qualifier tonight across divisions with the USAC National Series.
So $150 from Honest Abe, $100 from Rosewood. Congratulations to CJ Leary. Again, tonight's Honest Abe Roofing Quick Qualifier. Here on the FloRacing broadcast, as a crew goes to work on clearing off the wall, we're going to step away for a moment. We'll be back to Eldora.
Hi, I'm CJ Leary from Greenfield, Indiana. I'm the driver for Team Arizona, quarterback with Janian Racing, number 21 AZ. You're watching live on Flow with USAC Racing.
Every lap, every race, every bit of paint traded for every hard-fought place. Every checkered flag and trophy raised. Every ounce of dirt, sweat, and gears. They're all jammed inside every can of NOS Energy. Go ahead, open up a can.
Indy Metal Finishing is a family-owned and operated business with 30 years of experience in the industry. Their mission is to support their customers with an exceptional level of quality and service. Conveniently located minutes from downtown Indianapolis, Indy Metal Finishing offers Type 2 and Type 3 anodizing chemical conversions, passivation, and electroless nickel services to motorsports, medical, military, aerospace, and manufacturing industries. Indy Metal Finishing is ISO certified and holds an FFL license. If you have any questions, please call Indy Metal Finishing today at 317-858-5353. Find them online at Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Indy Metal Finishing, or visit their website at indymetalfinishing.com.
Crashing, it hurts, right? The car owner usually pays to get the car fixed, but who pays for you to get fixed? Are you a race car driver that does not have coverage insurance? Steeda is your answer. Don't race another lap without being covered. Get info now at steeda.com or call 1-800-378-4608.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
I'm faster than you. Yeah, well, I'm gnarlier than you. I get more sideways. I'm louder. Much louder. I get wilder than you. You sure about that, bro?
Harder, slicker, cooler, tougher. Let's go.
So what you got?
Welcome back to the broadcast here on FloRacing. Next up, it is Dirt Draft Hot Laps for the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Again, 21 drivers on hand for midget competition here tonight. First of 3 of your hot lap sessions out to the Speedway. Driver to Rising Sun, Maryland on the screen right now. Driver the RMS Racing and ViroFab, number 4. That is Steven Snyder Jr., Steven Snyder in the number 4 machine. The 19 AZ Hayden Reinbold of Gilbert, Arizona, the AME Electrical and Race Parts Stanton Spike chassis number 19, making his way by the flag stand here off into turns 1 and 2. Out at Galloway, Ohio, we've got Jacob Denny on the front straightaway. Driver the JBL Audio TRD KKM Carmagajanian Speedway Total Link chassis number 67. And the driver rolling past the flag stand right now, Zach Weigel. He's out of Belpre, Ohio. Driver the Odell Trucking S2 at Cybersecurity. Speedway Total Link chassis number 97. As the field will come to speed with the wave of the green flag. Dason Pursley Second class of the night in Locust Grove, Oklahoma. The Avante Visitors, PrestineAuction.com, NOS Energy CB Industries, number 86. At speed in turns 1 and 2. The 40X machine, that is Mac Leopard out of Beaver Creek, Ohio. The great company, McDermott Plumbing, Rexroad Racing, Joe's Landscaping, number 40X. Looks like some problems getting up to speed. He continues to pedal around the bottom side of the racetrack, out of the way, as everybody else makes their way around. So far, Jacob Denny, the quickest driver on track with a 16.555. Checkered flag to caution here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 1 for the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Jacob Denny, the quickest driver on track right now with a 16.390. Drake Edwards at a 16.560. Hayden Reinbold, 16.659. Gavin Miller at a 16.711. And Steven Snyder Jr., fifth cook right now at a 16.778. The Firemen's Nationals up at Angel Park. The last time the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship was on track. And, of course, this series getting ready to really go on a tear out on the West Coast. Of course, they will end out the entire schedule of events for Circle Track Racing with the United States Auto Club. Hangtown 100, the Jason Leffler Memorial, Turkey Night Grand Prix, everything going on to the West Coast. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the program. $97K of Cale Drake at Collinsville, Oklahoma. The Ibot KKM Kirby Gagini, number 97K, making his way over into turns 3 and 4. The second RMS entry, the drivers out of Corona, California, driving the RMS Racing and Enviro-Fab Falco number 4R. That is Ronnie Gardner. Ronnie Gardner in the number 4. The driver in 14, that is Kevin Thomas Jr. at Coleman, Alabama. The Acro Seal, Metalloid 1, MW Manufacturing, Inferno Armor. Advanced Racing Suspension, 4 Kings Racing number 14. He'll make his way over to the exit of turn at number 2. There's Dason Pursley, the Avante Windows and Doors number 86. On the Speedway. Driver in 43, that's Gunnar Setzer to Columbus, Indiana. The Midwest Tube Mills, Bar Properties, Stanton Link Chassis, Setzer Fabricating, Lynch Machining, number 43. And the 71K, Cannon McIntosh at Bixby, Oklahoma, the Mobile 1, TRD, Curb Records, Toyota, KKM Kirby Gagina, number 71K. Makes his way over the exit of turn number 2. Looks like one more driver to tell you about. Chase Stockham making a rare appearance in USAC National Midget Competition at the Fort Branch, Indiana. Driven the Ingram Machine and Tool, Sherville Suspension, EA Stealth Spike Chassis number 7. As we're underway in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 2. A lot of drivers in the field looking for their first career A-feature start here at Eldora. One of those is Stockham. He's had a career A-feature starts. His last one during the BC 39 with a 17th place finish. As they'll find the rev limiter on the way into turns 1 and 2. Getting a look at Dason Pursley, number 86, a 4-time winner on the season. Picked up a win earlier this year during the Jack Hewitt Classic and wingless sprint car competition here back in the month of June. There's the USAC Angel Sprint Car National victory at Ocala to start off the season. Silver Crown win at Port Royal, and of course with the Kubota High Limit Series at the Commonwealth Clash. And Pursley is at the top of the board right now, 16.218, 16.218 seconds for the driver, the number 86. Kevin Thomas Jr., second quick right now at a 16.274. Jacob Denny a 16.390. Drake Edwards a 16.560. And Hayden Reinbold at a 16.659. Final group of cars out to the Speedway for Dirt Draft Hot Laps. 14 JB, Jacob Boxell at Zanesville, Indiana. Coming off a dominating performance just a week ago up at Circle City. The USAC Midwest, the Thunder Midwest D2 Midgets in action and drove through the field and up to the front. The 87 on track as well. Justin Grant of Ione, California. The NOS Energy Drink, pristineauction.com. Speedway Toyota Spike chassis number 87. He'll make his way around to the front straightaway. Grant, 7th place up at Angel Park in his last go with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. The 63 of Cale Coons. He's out of Greencastle, Indiana. The Group Records, Goleta Charters, Impact number 63. Unfortunately, a DNF up at Angel Park. Caught the rut and ripped the oil tank off of the car. Logan Seavey out of Southern California took the weekend off when we were at Bloomington, as well as Angel Park, so back in action here. Last time we saw him up at Jefferson County, a 6th and a 3rd place run for the driver number 57 out of Southern California, the Indy Power Sports, Prime 47. Bob Hurley RV, CGCPA, Spike number 57. And we saw him make his Silver Crown debut this year behind the wheel of the USAC National Midget, Tim Kent out of Bristow, Oklahoma. The Kirkpatrick Scales, Esslinger Spike Chassis, Uncle Vinny's Pizza, Bennett Electric. Garris Jenkins, number 07, of course, piloted that car earlier this year during the Chillable Nationals, powered by NOS Energy Drink. Braxton Cummings also on track out of Bedford, Indiana, driver of the Revolution Bodyworks, Esslinger Spike Chassis, number 71B. As they'll get him wound up, and we go to green here in Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3. And driver to Hershey, Pennsylvania, Ford Kirsthard. The Prancing Horse Farms Racing, GM powered, elite chassis number 21K. Drivers are going to come around to the way with the checkered flag here in the Dirt Draft Hot Lap session number 3. We'll see if anybody can unseat Dason Pursley, a 16.218 for the driver number 86. And so far, it looks like Pursley can hold on to being the fastest driver in Dirt Draft Hot Laps. We'll see if he can translate that into Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Another $150 up for grabs, as well as another $100 courtesy of Rosewood Machine. Of course, the Chillable Nationals powered by NOS Energy Drink, one of the great events you can catch here on FloRacing if you can't be there live, but we encourage you to go check it out. In fact, single seats still available in the reserve seating for 4, 5, or 6 days, and they're very, very scattered. I don't believe there are any that are close enough to be considered a pair, but you can actually purchase those. 918-838-3777, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 Tulsa time. But again, if you can't make it to the Chili Bowl live, you can catch it right here on FloRacing. Before you get to that, though, you got to check out the Hyper Racing Tulsa Shootout, powered by NOS Energy Drink. Of course, happening over the New Year's holiday. Over 1,000 micros under the giant roof of the SageNet Center. It is a sight to behold. But if you can't be there live, again, you can find it here on FloRacing. Just some of the great offerings you can find, all a part of the Flow Sports Network. Hockey, yep, wrestling, you got it. I mentioned marching band a lot because, well, there's not a whole lot of places you can find marching band, but Flow Sports does have it. And, of course, the Kubota High Limit Series, Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, and more. As we get ready to go in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying, let's check in with Drake York.
Well, right behind me, Mac Leopard has fired up the 40X. If you remember back to his effort in Dirt Draft Hot Laps, the car rolled out but never really got up to speed. I talked to Chase McDermott, of course, the car owner on this machine for the weekend here at the Big E. He said, look, it runs fine in the pits. We don't know why it won't work, so they swapped out some electrical stuff. Mainly the battery is what Chase told me that they have worked on this race car. You heard it fire up there, but the big test will be if that car can get up to speed in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying, but it just sounded great rolling past me, so that's a good sign for sure.
Of course, a big difference between idling and being under load. So going through and looking at the electrical components, if it's not there, they'll have to go back and look at the fuel, maybe look at the time. There's a whole lot of things on these midgets, especially with all the electronics that are a part of their ignition and fuel system that they are going to have to take a look at. So the crew going to work down there. We'll have cars making their way into staging here in just a little bit. 3 cars and sprint cars, a pair of cars at a time here during Honest Abe Roofing qualifying for the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Looking at dirt draft hot laps again, Dason Pursley was the quickest driver to 16.218. Kevin Thomas Jr. was second quick at a 16.274. Jacob Denny at a 16.390. Justin Grant 16.526, and Drake Edwards fifth quick at a 16.560. Of course, a lot of racing coming up here for the United States Auto Club. One division will wrap up their championship this weekend. We're talking about the USAC Silver Crown Champ Car Series. Their championship will be decided on Saturday. The USAC Amsoil Sprint Car National Championship, once they get done this weekend, they'll head to Paragon Speedway on Friday the 26th, and then up to Butler Motor Speedway in Quincy, Michigan on the 27th. The Terre Haute Action Track for the Tony Holman Classic, the rescheduled event to Friday, October 3rd. And then Lawrenceburg, night number 1 is the Greg Staub Memorial. Night number 2 is the Fall Nationals. And that is the final leg of the NOS Energy Hoosier Trifecta. 2 drivers still in line for bonus money, Justin Grant and Logan Seavey. Once we get past that, we start venturing west, Dodge City Raceway Park on the 17th of October, Route 66 Motor Speedway down in Amarillo on the 18th. And of course, it all wraps up with the 58th running of the Western World. $35,000 to win, $1,000 to start, $15,000 in lap money. And it's all going down at Central Arizona Raceway in Casa Grande, Arizona, October 24th and 25th. Of course, you can find that and more when you go online to USACRacing.com. Right on cue, drivers are going to start to make their way out to the Speedway. First 2 drivers on track 4 Honest Abe Roofing qualifying for the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship include Gavin Miller out of Allentown, Pennsylvania. Driver of the Sound Gear Toyota Racing Development Mobile 1 number 97, joined by Steven Snyder Jr. to Rising Sun, Maryland, the RMS Racing and Virofast Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis number 4. Gavin Miller coming in on back-to-back wins with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship, Bloomington, and then the $10,000 score up at Angel Park comes around in his opening lap to set the mark at 16.580. Steven Snyder Jr. a 16.736. Gavin Miller, a 2-time feature starter here at Eldora, ran 11th in prelim competition 1 year ago. Ended up with a 4th place finish in 2023. Comes around second time by. A little bit slower, 16.580 on lap number 1 for Gavin Miller. Steven Snyder ends up second quick, his second time around a little bit better, 16.642. Next pair of cars out to the Speedway, working onto the backstretch right now, driving the JBL Audio TRD Mobile 1. Speedway Total Link Chassis KKM Carving number 67. This is Jacob Denny. Jacob Denny in the number 67, joined on track by the CB Industries, Avante Windows and Doors, PristineAuction.com, Petty Performance, Speedway Toyota Spike number 83 of Drake Edwards. 17th last year in prelim competition. He ran 9th in 4 Crown 1 year ago. Talking about the driver with the number 83. As Jacob Denny comes around, or excuse me, yeah, the 67 and Denny comes around on his opening lap. He will be second quick at a 16.476. See if you find some more time here. Lap number 2, Denny, he does. Quick time at a 16.266, 162.66 seconds. 3rd place finish last year in prelim competition for the driver number 67. Edwards comes around second quick in his second lap at a 16.336. But Jacob Denny to the top of the boards here in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying, 16.266 seconds. The 97X is Zach Weigel out of Belpre, Ohio. The Odell Trucking S2 Cybersecurity Speedway Total Link Chassis number 97X. Going to pull out onto the Speedway, and we'll see if the problem is rectified for Mac Leopard out of Beaver Creek, Ohio. Driver of the Joe's Landscaping, Rex Road Racing, McDermott Plumbing, number 40X, and that is the teller of tails. It is not. He's going to go to pull it down into the infield. And we'll see if he can get the problem rectified and come out for 1 lap at the end of qualifying. That leaves the 97X at speed here. Zach Weigel coming around 5th quick on his opening lap at 16.771. A driver in search of his first A-feature start here at Eldora. 19th up at Angel Park, the last time we saw him in action. 97X coming around. Weigel Of course, went to victory lane with the Badger Midget up at Angel Park during the Firemen's Nationals. Second time by for him will be better, 16.762 for the driver of the number 97X. Next pair of cars onto the Speedway. We should find the 19AZ of Hayden Reinbold at Gilbert, Arizona, driven the AME Electrical, Indy Race Parts, Stanton Spike Chassis, Reinbold, Underwood Motorsports. Number 19AZ, he'll come around to start the clock. And he's going to be joined by the driver to Locust Grove, Oklahoma, the Avanti Winners endorsed, PrestineAuction.com, NOS Energy, Toyota Racing Development, CB Industries, number 86. This is Dason Pursley. Dason Pursley in at the number 86. Hayden Reinbold coming around on his opening lap. We'll see where he stops the clock. Third quick at a 15.545, a four-time feature starter in four-crown competition for the driver of the number 19AZ. As Pursley comes around to take that spot away with a 16.413. Of course, Pursley, winner of prelim night as well as the finale 1 year ago. The 19AZ coming around, lap number 2, better, 16.072. Quick time for Hayden Reinbold. Dason Pursley, his second time by, better on time, not positioned, third quick. But you've got a new driver at the top of the boards, Hayden Reinbold, 16.072 for the 19AZ. Next pair of cars onto the Speedway at a Big Speed, Oklahoma. The Mobile One, TRD, Kurt Brecker's Toyota, KKM, Kerbagajanian, Link Speedway Toyota, number 71K. That'll be Cannon McIntosh. McIntosh out to the Speedway, joined by Ronnie Gardner in Corona, California, driven the RMS Racing and Envirofab, Valco Wheels, Speedway Toyota Spike Chassis, number 4R. Ronnie Gardner, one of the drivers in search of his first career USAC National Midget start here at Eldora. The last time we saw him, Turkey Night last year, a 23rd place finish. The 71K coming around on his opening lap. Cannon going to go 7th quick at a 16.733. Three-time starter here at Eldora during four-crown competition. Second in last year's preliminary event. Ran 18th on Saturday. 7th place runs in 2021 and 2022 for the driver of the number 71K. Comes around, second time by, better 6th quick at a 16.636. Ronnie Gardner coming around, and he'll improve 9th quick at a 17.041. Next pair of cars onto the Speedway. Onto the back straightway, Gunnar Setzer to Columbus, Indiana, driven the Big West 2 Mills Bar Property, Stanton Link Chassis. The gear starts now. Setzer Fabricating. Lynch Machining, Kevin Arnold, number 43. He should be joined on track by Kevin Thomas Jr. to Coleman, Alabama, driven the Acrosil Metalloid 1 MW Manufacturing, Four Kings Racing, driven Performance Advanced Racing Suspension, number 14. Contestants 10 and 11 here during Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Setzer in the 5 coming around, or in the 43 coming around rather, looking for his first start here at Eldora with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Kevin Thomas Jr. 5th quick in his opening lap at the 16.345. Setzer was 10th quick with a 16.811. We'll see if he improves second time by. He does not. A little bit slower, a 16.885. Lap number 2 for Kevin Thomas, also slower, a 16.356 at 16.345, 5th quick. Lap number 1 for Kevin Thomas Jr. So they're chasing Hayden Reinbold, 16.072. The lap time for him to put him atop of the boards here in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. Jacob Denny currently 2nd quick. Pursley, Edwards, and KTJ currently make up the top 5. Next 2 cars out to the racetrack. We'll include the 97K of Cale Drake at Collinsville, Oklahoma, the Eibach Toyota KKM Give Back Classic, Link Chassis rather. Speedway Toyota number 97K, joined by Chase Stocknet of Fort Branch, Indiana, driving the Tim Engler-owned high-performance lubricants, England Machine and Tool, EA Stealth Spike Chassis, number 7X. The 97K coming around 11th quick at his opening lap at a 16.964, 16964 second. Stock of the EA Stealth number 7, 13th quick at a 17.075. See if Cale can improve here on lap number 2. 10th place last year in preliminary competition. Comes around a little bit better on time. 11th quick for Cale Drake, a 16.903. And Stockton goes to 12th quick at a 17.013. Improves by 0.62 seconds on his second trip around. 13 drivers have qualified out of the 21 who had checked in with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Everybody chasing the track record established by Mike Hess back in September of 2004, 15.801 second lap, 113.917 average miles per hour. Jacob Boxell out to the Speedway in Zanesville, Indiana. Jump in the middle at 1, Acro Sill, Stanton Link Chassis. Advanced Racing Suspension, number 14, JB. Joined by Cale Coons out of Greencastle, Indiana. The Curb Records, Coletta Charters, Impact Shores. Stanton Power, number 63. Boxell 7th quick in his opening lap at 16.621, 16.621. For the driver number 14, JB. Cale Coons, 13th, 17 flat. For the driver number 63, a 3-time winner in sprint car competition and weekly action at the Honda State Roofing Lincoln Park Speedway this season. As Boxell comes around, 6th quick, second time by, better, 16.527. And 16.899, Cale Coons improves by a little over a 10th, goes to 12th quick in the number 63. Next two drivers out to the Speedway, we should find Logan Seavey out of Sutter, California, onto the back straightway. The Indy Power Sports, Prime 47, CGCPA's, Mountain Mechanical Contractors, Forecheck Marketing, High Performance Lubricants, Abacus Racing, number 57. He will come around to start the clock, and he will be joined by Braxton Cummings out of Bedford, Indiana. The Revolution Body Works, that's Singer Spike Chassis, Terry Cummings Racing Engine, the Ace Corporation, Robert Cummings owned, number 71B. Logan Seavey, of course, sweeping the Four Crown Nationals in 2023. Comes around 5th quick on his opening lap at a 16.339. 5th quick for Logan Seavey. Braxton Cummings, his opening lap, 17th quick at a 17.373. Seavey, a 6-time Four Crown feature starter here in the midgets. A 5th place in last year's prelim, ended up 3rd. On Saturday night, comes around 2nd quick at a 16.230. So Seavey up to silver with a 16.230. And Braxton Cummings slower. Lap number 1 will be his best attempt, a 17.373. Lap number 2 is a 17.545. Down to the final few drivers to qualify on the Speedway now. Justin Grant, driver of the NOS Energy. PristineAuction.com, Mobile One, CB Industries, Toyota Racing Development, Spike Chassis number 87, set to be joined by the 21. Cord Kistard at Hershey, Pennsylvania, driver of the Prancing Horse Farm Racing, Crown Plaza of Harrisburg, GM Elite Chassis number 21. That car slow on the bottom side of the Speedway as Justin Grant comes around 7th quick in his opening lap with a 16.436 for Justin Grant. Driver the number 87 is an 8-time feature starter here at Eldora in the midget. Finished 7th in prelim competition last year. Went on to finish 7th on Saturday. As he comes around, better second, with a 16.409, 7th quick for Justin Grant. And the 21K coming around. Lap number 1 was a 19.82. Lap number 2 is a 20.08. So something not right on the 4-cylinder machine, as he was not able really to get up to speed at all. And I believe the final driver here in Honda State Roofing qualifying out to the Speedway, and it looks like it may not happen here. Tim Kent, driver to Bristow, Oklahoma, in the Kirkpatrick Scales. Garris Jenkins, number 07. And not getting up to speed at all. He'll go ahead and bring it down into the pit area. So confirming the timing and scoring, the 40X will get it into the staging lanes, and he will have 1 lap. Again, Mac Leopard at Beaver Creek, Ohio. So we'll see if they have the problem rectified. We'll see if he can get up to speed. And again, like it's stuck at half throttle here. But he is going to go ahead and come around and put a lap in the books here. So again, he does get 1 lap at the end of qualifying. Cannot start any higher than the lower 50% of the field. Slow down to the bottom side of turns 3 and 4. Looks like he is not going to be able to make it around to go ahead and complete that lap. And he's going to take it down into the infield. As that should wrap up Honest Abe Roofing qualifying. 5th quick with the USAC NOS Energy Drink Midget National Championship. Drake Edwards. 4th quick, Dason Pursley. 3rd was Jacob Denny. 2nd was Logan Seavey. And your Honest Abe Roofing quick qualifier in the midgets out of Gilbert, Arizona. Driver of the AME Electrical Laney Race Parts, Stanton Spike, Reinbold, Underwood Motorsports, number 19 AZ. Race fans, give him a hand. Hayden Reinbold.
Well, chalk one up for the HR department. Hayden Reinbold picks up his first career Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifying Award with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series. And Hayden, to do that here at Eldora Speedway, there's nowhere like it. Is there any feeling like it?
Oh, no, that was pretty awesome. So I feel like we're just dialing our midget program more and more every time we hit the track. Jacob's getting better, and I feel like I'm getting better. So, yeah, we'll just try to keep it up and try to get the win here.
Interestingly, early on in Honest Abe Roofing qualifying especially, it seemed like the bottom lane was the preferable lane. Do you expect that to change as the night goes on?
I don't know. It's still greasy off of 4. You can't be all the way down there. So it's going to get more grip as the night goes on. So I don't know. I think it's going to be really racy tonight.
Hayden Reinbold picks up his first career Honest Abe Roofing Fast Qualifying Award with the USAC NOS Energy Drink National Midget Series. Once again, Rosewood Machine and Tool going to provide $100 extra in the pocket of Hayden Reinbold. Before we get into opening ceremonies here in just a little bit for the running of the Four Crown Nationals, we're going to go to a break here on FloRacing.
I'm Justin Grant from Ione, California, driver of the Top Motorsports number 4, sponsored by NOS Energy Drink. And you're watching USAC Racing on Flow.
Hey, are you caught in the tariff trap, rising costs, and unpredictable delays? Well, it's time to reshore